The Tongan side, the same 13 that performed so admirably well on Sunday. Taufa on the wing of Akaoso. And number 3, Vaikona, playing on his home ground here at Hull this evening. I'm sure the crowd will give him a big reception. Dwayne Mann, number 9, the man to watch out for, orchestrating at the play the walls. In the Papua New Guinea subs, we have Tella, Solbot, Bai, Enrica, with Finau, Liku, Lailu, and Tonga for Tonga. Referee, Claude Alba, shaking hands there with Dwayne Mann from Tonga. Calling up the Papua New Guinea captain, Adrian Lam. I was chatting to him during the week, Joe, and he intimated that a lot of expectation back home in Papua New Guinea for their performances in this tournament.
I believe so. He is a star player over there. In fact, all the Kumbals are players that are looked up to and respected, whether they play on the local teams or abroad in Sydney, Australia or New Zealand. So it is a big event for them to play against Tonga over here in the World Cup, and I'm sure they'll make a great name for themselves and improve their stature.
Yes, and both those players, inspirational leaders in their own right, and the crowds and the players will be looking for them to do the right things at the right time, steady their young colleagues down, and what should be a fantastic game this evening.
I'm really looking forward to Terry. I'm sure it will be an excellent game. The hardest point for myself, being from the north of England, is pronouncing some of these names, but we'll try our best and hopefully not too many mistakes.
Sure will, Joe. We'll now witness the Sipitau, which is the traditional Tongan war dance, which enthralled the crowd at Warrington. Let's enjoy the crowd here at Hull. Well, the awesome sight of the Tongans enthralling this crowd here at Hull. Papua New Guinea players chose to put themselves in a huddle and concentrate on the game. But as Claude Alba from France finalises the proceedings, I'm ready to get this second fixture in the Halifax Centenary World Cup competition, the second fixture in Group 2 between Papua New Guinea and Tonga. Tonga about to kick off, right to left, wearing the traditional red and white colours. Deep kick, fielded by Lam. Into Mamando, driving hard. It's outside the 22. Good tackling there. Dwayne Mann at 9, round the legs. Lee Hansen tackling. He had a powerful game on Sunday against Warrington. Looks to have his right knee strapped. I wonder if that's an injury perhaps. But a little mistake there from the number 9, Elias Paeo from Papua New Guinea, but got away with it.
And he didn't panic, he just settled the ball down, then he just dropped on it, made sure the ball was made safe, carried on the roll with the forwards, and now they'll be looking to the long kick downfield, using Lam probably.
Yes, the kick from Lam, probing deep into the 22-metre zone now, fielded by Taufa, and a good chase from Papua New Guinea. The players following up that kick. There doesn't appear to be much wind available, Joe, which normally helps the kicking game.
No, it's quite a mild evening tonight in Hull. I'm sure both teams will be pleased. We watched a very, very good game when Tonga played New Zealand. Very, very stern, hard defence, and I'm sure Papua New Guinea will have also watched the same game and know exactly what they're up against tonight in this Tongan side.
So Masala driving hard, back inside to Mann. Looking to Gutenbal on the fringe of the ruck. Good drive from Gutenbal. Mann acting half. To his cousin, George. Good yards these from Tonga. And Dwayne Mann, as we saw on Sunday, puts a splendid kick into the touchline. Dwayne Mann had an excellent game on Sunday, came away with the Man of the Match award, and not least his kicking ability was unsung last evening.
It wasn't just his kicking here tonight. Again, we see it though. Excellent kick into the corner, one bounce, then skips over the touchline for a great touchline find, and a scrum down now with the Papua New Guinean feed.
So a tidy start from both sides, and the Papua New Guinea pack certainly somewhat lighter, 14 stone 7 versus a 15-9. It was interesting on Sunday, the Tongas were even heavier than New Zealand, but tonight the flyers from Papua will be looking to run the Tongas around somewhat.
They'll have to try and find the gaps and run around, because if they run into this Tongan defence head on, then I'm sure they'll come up with a few injuries and a few mistakes and spill ball.
Head tackle there. Culprit courted by Claude Alba, the referee. We just saw Lee Hansen coming over the top. Dwayne Mann assisting. But Claude Alba, to his credit, has made it clear he's not going to tolerate any head-high tackles, which is a good thing for rugby league. So Max Thierry, the vice-captain, drives infield. Paeo into Yer, a big hit, one of those awesome tackles we were talking about from number 12 there, Solomon Hamuno. Wesley, strong drive, taking the play to the left. And again an infringement there, spotted by referee Alba, giving Papua New Guinea the second penalty of the game. Gutenbauer the culprit on that occasion.
I think the referee gave the decision here that Gutenbauer just held on too long, was holding down at the play, but wouldn't release the Papua New Guinea player to get up and play the ball, and the penalty followed shortly after this.
So Papua New Guinea in Tongan territory for the first half. Good break here from number 8 there, Tunwa Evi. What a good break that. He's broached the defence, stepping run there from the number 8. Lam at 7, teasing, weaving, bringing number 6 in. Stanley Jean comes inside. Tackle by Hansen. Paeo acting off, taking it to the left-hand side. Miss man there from Lam, number 3. Gomia stepping, coming inside. Nice control play here from Papua New Guinea. We're looking to get some points. Ball out here to number 5, Kooru. But equally tackle there by Jim Vakaiso. Crossfield kick into the end goal area, looking for the hand rush from defence, but well taken by Una Taufu. This guy had a good game on Sunday also, and that results in a tap on the 22 metres, but control play there from Papua New Guinea, Joe.
Very good approach play, calmly down, they settle it, and then they kick on the last tackle. But as you say, well taken, well fielded by Taufu on the right wing for Tonga.
So Tonga playing the way out of trouble on their own half, and another penalty by Papua New Guinea there. Mamando holding down in the tackle, and Claude Alba, he's made it plainly clear to everyone he's not going to tolerate any messing around at the play of the ball. And Tonga result with the penalty.
Mamando there just really interfering in the play ball, flopping as we call it over here, just trying to slow the Tongan play the ball down to enable his players to get back on side.
So strong drive from Hansen to set the play up. Man acting halfback. Martin Masala infield to switch down the blind into Hamuno. Nice little play there from Dwayne Mann, dropping the players off, the runners coming on angles. Gutenbauer stepping on the outside, and it's when Gutenbauer steps on the outside, the Papua New Guinea defence in tatters to score the first try for Tonga. Splendid piece of individual play. Gutenbauer there from the Manly club, making it Tonga 4, Papua New Guinea 0.
This is the start that Tonga wanted. Quick ball from man attacked and half-back. It's Willie Wolfgram who runs across the short ball, and the step there from number 13, Gutenbauer, off his left foot and easily through the defence for the first try for Tonga.
Yes, we saw a nice switch of play. Tonga had taken the ball to the left-hand side and then a switch down the blind side, but this young fella, super step, he's got his eye on the line, an excellent try. So Asa Amon came out of the game on Sunday with excellent credit with his kicking. He kicked 4 goals on Sunday. Let's see if Amon can convert.
He missed 2 quite easy ones in the first half, Terry, though, on Sunday. 2 that could have taken Tonga into the lead and obviously taken those 2 points in the end. So he'll be looking tonight to settle himself down and get this first kick, if not over, certainly very, very close, because it was quite wayward with his first couple of attempts on Sunday.
So, Asa Amon. Tonga leading 4-0. Can he make it 6? Powerful kick, but no, missed to the side of the post. Doesn't tag the 2 points on to the try by Gutenbal, making it 4 points to 0. 7 minutes gone.
He received from the handle from behind the players. Gutenbal steps off that left foot and the fend as well to crash over the line and score Tonga's first 4 points in tonight's game.
Yes, it was a poor tackle there by 12, I must say, but I think it's interesting that the stepping attack that Tonga perhaps have got in their artillery this evening could cause Papua New Guinea some problems.
Yes, that's right, Terry, particularly out wide. They'll try and get this ball from acting half-back towards the centres and use the agility and speed out there to cause Papua New Guinea problems.
So, Asa Amon brings the ball out, outside his 22, Dwayne Mann, acting half-back. Angelo Dimmock, sound game on Sunday, stepping inside. And there again, we've hear the whistle of the referee. Papua New Guinea's guilty of holding down, and it's Tonga. Quick tap, and away we go.
Interesting on that occasion that they didn't kick for touch, they took the quick tap, just trying to unsettle Papua New Guinea, trying different variations and to speed the ball up.
So it's Tonga moving this ball wide. Phil Howlett here on the blind side to number 5, Jim Vakaso. Good tackle there from number 4, John O'Cull. But this Tongan side blitzing their attack now, moving it from one side to the other. Poor pass there from Dimmock, tidied up by Amon. Still going strong, Amon. They can't put him down.
Tonga showing their hand early to get the ball wide and use the runners rather than take it up the middle in tonight's game.
Masala, Martin Masala driving hard. 5 metres from the post. He's going on the blind side here. Willie Wolfgram tried a little scoot down the blind side to Norvell.
Wolfram there looked like he'd made his mind up he was going for the line before actually he'd taken control of the football. Little fumble, and Papua New Guinea are able to drop on the ball and come away now from their own line, relieving a little bit of pressure.
So on the 22-metre line, Papua New Guinea bringing this ball away, shocked by that first try from Tonga, looking to compose themselves, play their way back into the game.
They must compose themselves too. It's no good getting rattled and losing the game pattern. They really must steady it down. The high tackle there by Tonga.
10 minutes gone, 4-0 to Tonga, and the highlight of this first 10 has been the number of penalties that referee Albert has given for both sides, to be fair.
Yes, at number 11 there, George Mann, just above the collar. It is a high tackle. No excuses, and the referee quick to penalise.
So 1 or 2 penalties from either side, but an entertaining first 10 minutes nevertheless. So Papua New Guinea, number 5, Joshua Kuoru bringing the ball inside. Payo at 9, Adrian Lamb bringing in loose forward there. Mamando, one of the players who plays in the Sydney League, powerful player. Switch down the blind, Adrian Lamb. Oh, great play from Lamb on a super pass. We just saw a flash of inspiration there from Adrian Lamb, the captain. He just straightened up, but Koru couldn't hold the ball.
Lamb came across the field from one side, from the left to the right, and that pass there, if it had stuck, if Koru could have caught the ball, I'm sure there would have been 4 points there for Papua New Guinea. A great bit of play from Lamb.
But a first flash of brilliance from Adrian Lamb. He just stepped off his right leg, shot through the gap, and I'm sure that's given the Tongan defence 1 or 2 things to think about. Adrian Lamb, captain of Tonga, Papua New Guinea. So Tonga bringing the ball away. Hamono, shaven head this evening. Joe, I'm sure he had somewhat longer locks on Sunday.
Yeah, he's down to the wood tonight. He's just trying to confuse us, Terry. As if we've not got enough problems identifying these players, he goes and shaves his head.
I'm sure he feels at home just playing in one boot there. one has dislodged in that last tackle. But Tonga straining up. Masala, strong player, going across the field, unloads. Wolfgram, bobbing, weaving. This Papua New Guinea tackling, Joe, it leaves a little bit to desired, I must say.
Yes, they're getting a little bit ragged on the outside, and I'm sure Tonga will be looking to exploit out wide, particularly in the centres.
So James Copps showing no problem, straightening up, great run from Copps. Took a great pass there, a kick through, and tied it up tremendously well. So Lamb bringing the ball. Good move here from Papua New Guinea. Oh, unfortunate there. Well, I think the referee, Alba, has got another high tackle, Joe.
He has well, that's what he's given, yes. Again, it's George Mann round the neck. That's twice in quick succession that he's caused penalties for his team through high tackles, and he'll have to watch that tonight.
Yes, but a nice flash of brilliance there from Copps, who just picked the ball up, beat 3 or 4 defenders, and brought this crowd to light. Penalties 4-2 for Tonga, 2 of them to George Mann. So Pio bringing down the blind. Max Thierry. Papua New Guinea moving the ball wide to the left, trying to search for a gap. Tongan defence, a strong Tongan defence, it must be said. Switch blind, Lamb. Bring it in, number 8 there. Ivai, strong player. A couple of flashes of strength from this guy. Number 10, Wesley. Lamb to the hooker there. Pio going back inside, handing 1 or 2 defenders off. Still going strong, Pio. Finally tackled there. So Adrian Lamb, 5th tackle. What can he do? Long ball wide. Up to number 11. Still unloads. Still unloads to Koru inside. Inside ball number 3. Gomia. Another high tackle there from George Mann, but the referee ignored it. But good play again from Papua New Guinea. Moving the ball from one side to the other.
Papua New Guinea do look at their best, Terry, when they take a little bit of direction and run straight at the Tongan players. If they start to pass this ball along the line without moving forward, then they're going to struggle. But if they do get direction and run hard, I'm sure they're going to cause Tonga some great problems in defence.
That's right, Joe. It's a simple game, straight, hard running into the gaps, and see what happens. So Papua New Guinea tackling hard now. Tonga looking, Willie Wolfgram probing, kicked, looking for field position. David Buko slipped at that juncture, but managed to collect the ball. So Copps, last time in the fray, had a powerful run. He's the first tackler again. Well played, Copps. Oh, another strong tackle there. This greasy surface not helping both defender, but Solomon Hamono going into the sin bin. Joe, how did you see this one?
Well, I think he went down. He slipped just as he approached the tackle. And I think that just threw the Tongan player for a while. It would have been a fair tackle, I presume, if the Papua New Guinea player managed to stay on his feet. We talked about the surface being firm here for English conditions, but I think as far as Papua New Guinea go, then it is a little bit slippery out there.
So Solomon Hamuno, sin bin for that. Was perceived as a high tackle, but I'm sure he just set his stall out for a strong one, a bone cruncher, but Papua New Guinea come up with the ball. What can they do against 12-man Tonga? Strong running again.
It's very important now for Papua New Guinea to run straight, to find those gaps on the outside. There must be a gap somewhere.
Well, certainly. This is the fella to find it. Lamb going down the blind. Wesley, strong run, stepping, coming inside. David Wesley. Adrian Lamb going again, straightens up. Little kick into the corner for his winger. And oh, just scrambled away there by the Tongan defence, but splendid little grubber kick from Adrian Lamb into the corner, Joe.
Lamb might have been better to just put the pass in here. The kick for Copps in the corner was just a little too strong for him to get there. Maybe better retaining possession and using the pass on the last tackle.
Yes, I think already Papua New Guinea can sense an opening in this game, with Tonga being down to 12 man. Hamono taken to the sin bin for his third high tackle, has left his teammates battling hard. Wolfgram to Dimmock. On the halfway line. Vicona, we haven't seen much of this player just yet. Passes to Wolfgram. Marcella, nice step from Marcella, making good yards, and a good pass to Wolfgram. It's good support play this by Tonga. Wolfgram, we saw him pick up a try, supporting Hansen on Sunday, and he was on hand to help Marcella on that occasion. Angelo Dimmock, kick through. Hit to a Tonga, Papua New Guinea player there, and a fumble from Gutenbauer. Buko collected the ball to give Papua New Guinea a reprieve. Good strong run again. Number 4, John O'Cull, powerful centre this player. Took 3 or 4 men to drag him to the floor. Good tackling again. Some enterprising play, Joe, some short passes up the middle, which is nice to see.
Well, Tonga have a reputation for these fierce tackling, as we've mentioned, but Papua New Guinea are not shrugging the workload by any stretch of the imagination.
Adrian Lamb taking the ball up. Second row partnership, teasing number 4, trying to get outside. Oh, and a pass that just went to ground there from John O'Cull. Strong run last time out, but couldn't find Joshua Koru. Looking to go outside, Gutenbauer there, but the last moment, the ball spilled from his grasp. So, scrum down, some 5 yards in, 10 yards from the Tongan 22. Wolfgram to feed to his halfback partner, Dimmock.
It's a nice game, Terry. It seems to be at a slower pace from Sundays when Tonga played New Zealand, but I'm sure that's something to do with the fact that they've played 2 games within the space of 3 days.
But Vicona picks up a gap out wide here, and his centre partnership with Philip Howlett, a feature of the Tongan play, but the scrambling defence came across. Taufa trying to look down the blind side, and a poor pass inside. Vicona wasn't expecting that, and the ball has spewed into touch to let Papua New Guinea off the hook. So Taufa, bit of ill-disciplined play. He's given us another scrum. So still Tonga 4 points, Papua New Guinea 0. 20th minute from Hull in Northern England. How can Papua New Guinea get themselves back into the game? Another penalty, that's the 3rd one from George Mann there. I believe he's getting off rather lightly here, Joe.
Well, his teammate went to the sin bin after having 3 penalties against him, and George Mann here just throwing the play to the ground after the referee had shouted held.
And if fair's fair, I think George, who's been the culprit on 3 occasions already, perhaps should also be having the 10-minute rest. But Papua New Guinea, Tonga's ill discipline is enabling Papua New Guinea to generate some field position. Halfway line, inside ball to number 3, Gomia. Centre field, 1 tackle gone. Number 10, Wesley. Nice step on him this forward. Possession knocked from his hand, accidentally of course. Brings Tonga with the ball. So moving. Philip Howlett stepping inside, nice step. A lot of fluid movements on show tonight, Joe. The body style and the balance is a joy to see.
It's how both teams like to play the game. If the footing is firm and the weather's nice, then both these teams are able to throw the ball about to play very, very attractive rugby.
And regrettably another penalty, this time from Papua New Guinea, holding down at the play of the ball, or perhaps a punch. Let's just see. George Mann driving hard, and the arm comes over there from number 9, Elias Pio, expertly caught by Claude Alba.
There's also been a little facial treatment there going in from Papua New Guinea on George Mann.
So Tonga back in the initiative. Marcella driving hard on the 22. Dwayne Mann acting off. Run around. Runners on the inside. Gutenball, score of the first try, unloads. Wolfgram supporting there. Marcella again, probing down the blind side. Plenty of movement in this Tonga attack. Man at first receiver. Wolfgram receives it late. That ball was knocked down by Papua New Guinea. It'll be interesting to see if the referee has adjudicated that to be a back to 6 tackles. Yes, indeed he does. So another set of 6 tackles for Tonga. Dwayne Mann up the blind side. Gutenball striding, shifting the weight left to right, looking for the gap. Marcella heading for the post. Lee Hansen there. Down the blind side, George Mann stepping inside to Gutenball in support. Second try for Arwen Gutenball. A powerful play by George Mann. Position established by Lee Hansen, and Tonga score their second try of the evening, taking the scoreline out to 8. 8 points, Papua New Guinea 0, and Arwen Gutenball's second try of the evening, and looks a little bit of a grimace, but I'm sure he's pleased.
On a few occasions, Tonga now have looked to go down the short side. This time George Mann steps off his left foot, holds the ball up, Gutenball in support, and crashes over for his second try and Tonga's second try of the evening.
Yeah, it's good support play. Dwayne Mann orchestrating, brings in his cousin George, steps inside, straightens up into the gap, and the hands free, and great support play. Gutenball had to get there to score the try, and I'm sure that's brought some glee to the Tongan camp, Joe.
He did very well there, Tonga. I think it showed a little bit of inexperience possibly from Papua New Guinea. They presumed that the tackle had been completed when it hadn't. George Mann was able to get his hands free and pop that short ball off to the supporting Gutenball. He did very, very well to seize the opportunity.
Yes, so Tonga starting in fine fashion here. A little bit of ill discipline with one of the players in the sin bin, but littered with penalties. But each time they've approached the Papua New Guinea 22 metres, they've come up with 2 tries. So Asa Amon, can he add 2 points to a tally of 8? So Asa Amon from the Halifax club, round the corner, kicks it, and to no avail yet again. He's missed the second one of the evening. So it's scorer there. Erwin Gutenball looks to have taken a little bit of a knock, but Joe, a great try nevertheless.
Let's just watch it now on the replay. Dwayne Mann, lovely pass, perfect to his cousin George. That's the step that causes a problem for number 4 from Papua New Guinea, Okul, and there's Gutenball on his shoulder to crash over the line.
So Arwen Gutenball's second try, when his second row partner Solomon Hamono was having a rest in the sin bin after his little bit of ill discipline. He's now back on the field, and Tonga back to full complement of 13. So Martin Marcella driving hard, good yards there. Taufa there, breaking down the middle, breaking this Papua New Guinea defence up. Tongan look to be getting into the stride now. Man. Lee Hansen driving hard over the halfway line. Dwayne Mann. Vicona. Tavita Vicona plays with the whole club here. Play at the Boulevard ground. I'm sure the local fans will be rooting for him for some magic late in the game, perhaps. So, Philip Howlett, good ball inside. Amon. Dwayne Mann keeping the ball alive. Good play here from Tonga. Hamuno straightening up. Again, looking at keeping the ball alive. To Gutenball, back inside. Dwayne Mann. Many passes in this movement now. Must be up to the 15 mark. Gutenball, the try scorer. Splendid play there from Tonga, Joe. Great handling skills.
And the crowd are very appreciative of that kind of handling skills. It's a fifth tackle, kick from Amon.
Good kick there from Asa Amon, put the Papua New Guineans under pressure, but well collected by John O'Cool, tidied the situation up. A little bit of a scramble nevertheless, but saved the day from the points point of view. You just see here, finally receiving off his colleague, and that will result in a dropout from underneath the posts, but the pressure very much still on Papua New Guinea. Drop out there, well taken by Howlett. Super play, and a good handoff. Phil Howlett stepping inside, outside, he's going to score. Phil Howlett, a piece of magic there. Brought the third try for Tonga. He fielded the dropout from underneath the post, broke through 2 tackles to take Tonga into a 12-0 lead after 28 minutes. First try of the tournament for Philip Howlett. But this was a special one, Joe.
Yeah, I'm sure the Tonga coach, Mike McLennan, will be well pleased with this. He's had the pressure on the Papua New Guinea line, forced him to drop out. The number 4, Howlett, takes his ball exceptionally well, goes through the gap, bit of a sidestep off his left foot there, the handoff and the gap appears, and he's over the line for the third try for Tonga.
Splendid execution of skill, taking firstly a ball under pressure, a step, a handoff, a power, determined running, and he then sets his sights, a step off the left, and inside Adrian Lamb, and a great try there from Phil Howlett, taking Tonga out to 12 points to 0.
I think it was the Papua New Guinea winger Kuru that rushed up for the kick to chase it, and that caused the indiscipline and the break in the line, which was exploited excellently by Howlett there to score the try.
Yes, so Tonga hitting fine form in the last few minutes or so, and no goals this evening for Amon. Let's see if he can get his first points of the evening. This time he strikes the ball through, and the touch judges adjudicate. It's between the uprights to take the scoreline out to 14 points to 0 for Tonga. And this will be an important score, Joe, for Philip Howlett.
Yeah, they've done very well here. Just before there's 10 minutes before half-time, takes the ball well, the fend, the step. This try's got everything in it. The power, determination. He wants to step off the left foot here to beat Lamb, the 7 for Papua New Guinea, and they're into that wide open space there, leading to the try line.
Athletic play supreme from Phil Howlett. A great try for Tonga. So again, Tonga breach their 22-metre line, bringing the ball out of defence, finding their stride now. Control rugby and powerful play.
They did seem to start off a gear slow, Tonga, tonight, but they've gradually come through with only 10 minutes left in this game, less than 10 minutes, to really take control of this half.
So, a knock on there from Angelo Dimmock, but I think there we see, Joe, that's 52% possession for Tonga, and the red bar indicates the territorial advantage. That indicates how the power has gone Tonga's way. Scrappy start, but splendid play in the last 15 minutes or so. What can Papua New Guinea do to respond? Stanley Jean.
It was a nice work move from the scrum there, just failed to find the gap, and a crunching tackle there delivered by Amonu on the number 2 Cops.
So Papua New Guinea, number 8, Evai, strong player, Adrian Lamb, half-back partnership with Jean. Pass here out to the winger, a strong challenge there, tackle by Vakau, so he doesn't miss much, this player. Howlett was there as well. So Lamb looking for his runners, brings Wesley back inside. Nice play from Wesley. Unlucky there, Papua New Guinea. Koru just couldn't get the ball inside. Ball still in play. Like a hot potato at the moment, but tidied up by Wesley. But the referee blows the whistle, having seen the touch judge enter the fray. And it appears Willie Wolfgram there may have done something wrong, Joe.
Yeah, I think he dropped on him here. Whether there's a punch thrown in, I'm not quite sure, but it's definitely a penalty to Papua New Guinea. There you see him drop on the player. The referee, with the help of the touch judge, has ruled it flopping and trying to slow the player the ball down. And I'm sure Papua New Guinea will take the tap here.
Looked a bit harsh in my book, but Papua New Guinea have the penalty into Tongan territory for some minutes now. They haven't been down here for quite some time. Moving it left, number 4 there, Oku, strong player. But no, tackle by the Tongan defence. Whistle again. Quick tap. Referee just doing things a little bit too quick here, Joe. The players seem a little bemused. Number 6 took a quick tap, but we're under pressure. Adrian Lamb, what can they do for Papua New Guinea? Number 12 there. Yeah. Inside. Forward pass, offside. Appears to be that the referee, Joe, has adjudicated offside at that juncture.
Well, there must have been 4 penalties there in the space of a minute from Monsieur Alba. A little bit giddy with his whistle. First of all, giving a penalty to Tonga, then another one for the player being inside the 10. And eventually, Tonga had the penalty and relieved the pressure with a kick to touch.
Yeah, I think the referee has adjudicated that Lamb was in a position deliberately in front of number 12, and 12 should have known that not to pass to him, and therefore gave the penalty Tonga's way. So Tonga, I would suspect, would like to increase their tally in this first half as we approach half-time. Hamunu driving hard, tackled by 4 players though. Wolfgram spreading the ball wide. Gutenthal.
Gutenthal seems a rangy player, doesn't it, Terry? He seems to be able to step off both feet. You won't think he'd be able to burst a tackle, but he seems strong enough as well.
Yes, he plays with the Manly club in Sydney, one of the youngsters, promising youngsters, I must say, down there. And certainly shining tonight. So Lee Hansen driving hard up the middle here. Lost the ball, and it's picked up by Papua New Guinea. Well played. Holding down again. Joshua Okoro there. And Hamono, who's already incurred the wrath of the referee, the culprit, holding down. Trying to get off the floor there, Stanley Jean, but Hamono just holding on too long. So,
touch judge on this near side has seen something. He's called the referee over. Have to wait for the decision.
So referee Alba just having a chat with his touch judge and getting the game back underway. Papua New Guinea kicking to touch on halfway. See, can they compose themselves and look to get some points on the board. So Tonga ringing in the changes now. Tulupe Liku on for Lee Hansen. Hansen had a powerful game at the weekend. Just lost the ball there before, but it's number 10. David Wesley, who's having a strong game for Papua New Guinea, driving through the middle of the team. Tongan defence in array there. Number 6, Jean. Number 4, slipping on the greasy turf now as the evening dew comes down here in Hull. Oku. Namando. Three metres inside the 22. Lamb moving the ball left. Kick through. Fielded, half fielded there, I would say, by the Tongan defence, and back to one there. The referee's judged. So it's Adrian Lamb for Papua New Guinea. Run around. Inside there to number 11, Max Thierry, the vice captain of this touring party. In half-back, Elias Pio. Looking for a gap. Oh, again, just slipping on the greasy surface. There was half a gap there for him, but to no avail. Number 4, Ockle, strong player. There's a gap on the inside if he can release, but no. George Mann just grasping the ball. for Tonga. Lam inside. Oh, drop pass there from Mamando just when Papua New Guinea were beginning to move the defence around. The Tongan defence moving left to right, and they come up with another mistake.
Mandu coming up with the mistake there, but Papua New Guinea did run some great handles in that series of play, caused the Tongan defence a lot of problems, and I'm sure if they could have got the break, it would have given them a lot of encouragement going into this half-time break.
Yes, must only be 2 or 3 minutes now to half-time. What can Tonga do about this? Hamono straightening up the middle. Having a little bit of facial treatment, as you call it, Joe, from the Papua New Guinea defence.
I think Tonga looked to the kick here. They've thrown the ball about for most of this first half. They look to settle it just before half-time here, take the drives and then use the kick. Man, you here they go again with the long, wide passes.
Just when we think they're going to play it tight, Joe, they come up with some handling magic, as it were. So, Dwayne Mann acting out. Kicks low, hard, into the corner there. Fielded by David Buko. But a good defence there, good chase from Runa Taufa. Good tackle as well. We have been impressed by this tackling, Joe, from the Tongan side.
Taufa in particular, the 2 games that we've seen, has done some excellent work.
Papua New Guinea, nice break down the middle there. Elias Payo just up the middle, between the markers there. The Tongan defence split left and right, and Payo exploited that. Tackling again. Solid play from Papua New Guinea. 10 metres from halfway. Mistake, picked up by Amono. Phil Howlett up this side. Howlett, we've seen him showing his skills once already, but this time tackled by Papua New Guinea. Dimmock, number 6. Again releasing in the tackle to substitute Liku. Running strong and hard. George Mann acting off. What can Tonga do? Amono straightening up. Tackled well by Papua New Guinea.
They're not content, Tonga, to go in with the lead they've got. They're looking for the try in this last minute of this first half.
On the inside, by Kona, the whole player on the angled run. Nearly halfway, but no! Slip past there to Willie Wolfgram to score the 4th try in this first half here. Taking the scoreline out to 18 points there for Tonga. Papua New Guinea 0. Willie Wolfgram, his 2nd try of the tournament, feeding off by Kona there. A great try.
Tonga refusing to let the ball die with the tackler. Always keep it alive. Here's a little pop-up there, coming inside the centre. And you'll see number 7, Wolfgram, on his inside yet again to take the pass and dive over. Good support play, good use of the ball.
Yes, great angle running here by Kona, just comes inside on his home ground, but Wolfgram made the effort to be there, and a lovely one-handed pass there, and Wolfgram accepts that try gratefully.
Delightful skills off the Tongan side there. As I said, refusing to let the ball down the tackle, always made it available, and on the inside, on the outside, there are runners there who would gleefully accept the passes.
So we were expressing our view that we didn't think Tonga would just lie down and let the clock tick away to half-time, and there they did. We saw, still going for the points, another try for Wolfgram. So, Asa Amon, can he get his 2nd goal of the evening? Down in the corner, near the post. Yes, I think that one's true as well. Taking the scoreline out to Tonga 20, Papua New Guinea 0, following this try by Willie Wolfgram.
It was worth the entrance fee tonight just to watch this little slip pass here from Vaikona. Almost on the floor, pops it up there to the number 7, and Willie Wolfgram gladly accepts it and dives over for the try. Beautiful play to watch.
Yes, Joe, I think the one thing we can take away from this first half is at times excellent play from Tonga, some beautiful skills. Howlett's try and the try there from Wolfgram spring to mind, and leaving the scoreline in injury time. Tonga 20, Papua New Guinea 0, and it's by Corner breaking away again. Not content to just play the timeout. Tonga looking for more points. Mann. Strong drive there from Liku. Dwayne Mann acting half to his front row partner Marcella, looking for a gap, looking to turn. Switch down the blind, striding Gutenball again, taking 3 or 4 defenders to haul him to the ground. Good play here from Tonga, coming from virtually their own line in this set of 6, and it's Philip Howlett there with the ball, stepping, looking to unload. No support on this occasion. Good play from Howlett. Wolfgram down the blind side. There's a gap out wide there. They haven't realised it. Amon's got it though now. Back to substitute Liku. Has he got the strength? No, just a yard short. And there goes the half-time hooter, with Tonga coming some 90-odd yards from the home line in a set of 6, trying to increase the scoreline from the points that we are at the moment, 20 points to 0. A fantastic half from a Tongan viewpoint, Joe.
That last move from Tonga just about summed up the first half there. They caught the ball, they wanted to use it even though there was a minute left on the clock in the first half. Strung some excellent passes together and went full 80 to 90 yards down the field and almost came up with a try.
Elias Pio for Papua New Guinea. Deep kick down into the arms of the Tongan defenders. Martin Marcella, first drive. Substitute number 15, Liku. Good yards from Liku. Number 5 there coming in, Jimmy Vercoso, helping out the forwards, and in 3 tackles already up to halfway. Good start from Tonga here.
That's not bad defence from Papua New Guinea either.
Dimmock playing the ball. Hamono straightening up, striding, pushing 1 or 2 players off. Another strong run there from Hamono. Spent 10 minutes in the Simbin in the first half, but has started this second half strongly. Asa Amon, kick. Can Papua New Guinea fullback receive it? He does. David Buko, well taken there. Copybook take, eye on the ball. Gives Papua New Guinea a chance to respond. Papua New Guinea. Again, feeling the wrath of the strong defence from Hamono. He really does hit the players, Joe, and you know, he has a very strong upper body and strong in his legs, and he just gets his targets on correct. When
they plant the feet, the Tongan players, you know there's going to be a big hit coming in. You have to put a step on us or avoid the contact in some way, or he could have come up with an injury.
So a good kick there from Papua New Guinea after 5 straight drives. He's finally found touch.
Looking at Lamb's kick there, it will be interesting to see if he put in some short kicks. I noticed that Amon, the fullback from Tonga, drops quite deep and they don't seem to have anybody sweeping behind, and maybe a chance to break up the Tongan defence by little kicks over the top to him.
Yes, they certainly need something, Joe, and again with Tonga in possession and the first set of 6, they made enormous strides into Papua New Guinea territory. Gutenbauer hitting the line, twisting, dragging the defenders into him. Dwayne Mann acting off. Wolfgram. Good move there. Marcella. It's quite a mobile prop, this Marcella, Joe.
Powerful and size and speed as well. That's frightening to defend against. He seems to have everything and very, very hard to contain.
So, Asa Amon receiving a fancy pass there from George Mann, trying to create an opening. Plays the ball to himself. No defenders in front of him. He's allowed to do that. I'm sure his coach, Mike McLennan, doesn't want him to do that, which is spill the ball to the ground. So Papua New Guinea in possession. Papua New Guinea. Good strong run there. Centre field, quick play of the ball. Number 9 there, Elias Pio. Nice 15 yards scurry down the blind side. And referee Alba has caught Tonga offside.
Yeah, quick play of the ball, and that run from acting halfback caught the Tongans offside. Good work there from Papua New Guinea, number 9.
Yeah, I think the Papua New Guinea attack would benefit from a quicker play of the ball, Joe. It's vital in the modern game that players hit the line, struggle to be tackled, but then as soon as that's done, they play the ball quickly. Bit of a stoppage here. Well, looks like a substitution. Substitution coming on, perhaps. And it's Solbat coming on for David Wesley, one of the outstanding forwards in the first half. But here we go. Can Papua New Guinea get some points on the board? Bring this game alive once again. Number 9 down the blind side. Elias Pio. Done that a couple of times and he's teasing this defence, Joe.
Well, on 2 occasions now they've gone for the line on the short side, but no support there. It's Kororo who took the ball down the right-hand side. Now they look to open it out wide.
Lamb, half-back partnership, bringing the centres into play. Good strong run here from number 4. Number 4, O'Connor, inside to Lamb, and Papua New Guinea have come up with a try. It was that man, Adrian Lamb, the captain. We spoke about his inspirational leadership, and he's brought the game back to life with a splendid try, feeding off a strong run from Okul, and just what Papua New Guinea needed. Adrian Lamb, the captain, has brought his side back into the game with a splendid try.
Papua New Guinea had tested the Tongan defence twice on the right-hand side. They look to send it long with Lamb. It comes out to the centre. Okul steps inside, breaks off a tackle, then pops it up, and Lamb in support back on the inside and scores near the post. Great try, and just what Papua New Guinea needed at the start of this second half.
Yeah, we said that they needed a try, and if you notice that, it was Lamb who fed the ball out, but he didn't go out to play. He just came in supporting Okul. Poor tackling there from Tonga, and a great little piece of support play has brought this game back to life.
It's not often you can say that, is it, Terry, that it's poor tackling from Tonga. They're usually very, very sound, very, very steady on attack and defence, and this time a few gaps appeared, and a great try.
So, can Elias Pio convert this try? He can, bringing the scoreline back to 20 points to 6 in favour of Tonga, but the first score of this second half from Papua New Guinea.
Lamb's the man that's instrumental in all of this move. He's on the inside there to take the try, but he'd also given the pass that sent the Papua New Guinea players out wide to start with.
Yeah, splendid try there by Adrian Lamb, showing that he has anticipation and support skills. 6 minutes into this second half, Tonga still leading 20 points to 6, but they'll be rocked by that scoreline. So, Asa Mon kicks deep. Buko takes up to the 22-metre mark. Pio at 9. Ringo, good strong run again here up the middle. Gaps appearing now, and it's Papua New Guinea. Speculative pass inside, but gratefully received. Could have gone to a Tongan hand, but it's Lamb now probing, weaving. Good dummy from Lamb. Nice pass round the blind side. Number 2, James Copps, here on the left wing. But great play from Papua New Guinea. That was splendid play, and Lamb was in there once more.
Great rugby to watch. Lamb involved in everything, spots the gap out wide. It's the long pass to the Papua New Guinea winger number 2, Copps, who is just dragged into touch by, again, good defence, this time from Amon. And it needed a good tackle too to stop the Papua New Guinea attack. Amon just pushed him into touch there.
So Tonga, I'm sure, rocked by a scurry of activity in the last 5 minutes, which resulted in a try and a goal and a clean break now. So Tonga, how can they respond to this situation? Liku driving hard.
It might go against the way they play Tonga, but they do have to settle the ball down a bit, because if Papua New Guinea get the ball back, they've now started to play with confidence and some self-belief. And I think they could cause a few more problems if they're allowed to retain possession.
That's right, Joe. It does go against the grain for the Tongan players to just play it simple. They look to pass and at every opportunity, and here we see it once more. Good play again. And it's this man Phil Howlett scored a great try in the first half. Ball back inside, but Papua New Guinea, ill-disciplined by the Tongans, forcing that one pass too many, resulted in Papua New Guinea coming up with possession.
It's great to watch, but there might have been about 5 passes too many there, Terry.
Yes, would agree with that, Joe, but entertaining nevertheless. So Mamando driving back toward the blind side. It's Pio acting half-back. Slow play the ball, looks to have received a knock in that tackle. But again, one of those strong tackles from Hamono. Hit number 6, Stanley Jean.
Well, he crunched him then. I'm sure his relatives in Papua New Guinea felt that one.
It's a hallmark of this player, this Hamono. He hits very, very hard up that middle. So the kicking hooker, Pio. Well taken there by Jimmy Vakaiso. So Tonga responding, back in possession. 30 metres from their own line. And a little bit flat as this Tongan attack. Everybody looking at everybody else, wanting them to come up with something. And number 2, Tofu, can he do that? What a big hit again. So the Papua defence is taking a leaf out of the Tongan book. Excellent start for Papua New Guinea as we approach the 10-minute mark. And Tonga have not shown the form of the first half.
This must have been something to do with Joe Tokem's half-time talk to the Papua New Guinea team. It's really got them believing in themselves, and they are playing very, very well in this second half.
That's right, John David Buko making some good ground here as well. Nice play there from Goroka, Papua New Guinea. So Papua New Guinea through Toiro Ebai making good yards. Lam, dummies one way, steps inside, tackled 5 metres into the Tongan half. Papua New Guinea, can they get some more points? Kick into the danger area. Number 2 Taufa back. Quite safe under pressure is Una Taufa. But I think, Joe, it must be said that the Tongans are letting Papua New Guinea run at them. They're not moving up in defence no longer.
No, strange really. In the first half of the game we saw against New Zealand, that's the last thing they did. They're really attacking the ball in defence.
So Tonga in attack with George Mann, the Leeds player. Beats the first man there with his step. And it's this strong player, number 15, Liku. He's made good straight yards, but the rest of the team seem to be just on the back foot at the moment.
I think both teams are tiring. Tonga having that game on Sunday, Papua New Guinea, their first game of the tournament, but the teams seem to be slow to get back, both sides now.
And here we go. By corner. Well held there on that occasion by number 3, his opposite, Gomia. So, Tonga. Dwayne Mann. Probing kick. Mistake there by Buko, let the ball go beyond him. His football skills not coming to the fore, but a nice step and elusive play when he gathered possession.
Recovered very, very well then, the Papua New Guinea full-back. Let the ball go past him, but recovered it and brought it out some 20 yards.
But that man Lam, bringing the ball away, setting the platform. His colleagues. Number 11, Max Thierry, the vice-captain of the tour party. Into the Tongan half. What can Papua New Guinea do? Lam across the field. Good strength run on the edge there. The edge of the rope by number 12, Yer. It's Pio at 9, back to Lam down this blind side. Bit of magic from Lam, breaks the first line. Nice play by Lam yet again. Down the blind side, throws the dummy and straightens up. On the 5th tackle there, Willie Wolfgram penalised for holding down too long. And here we see Joe Adrian Lam yet again.
Yeah, professional foul here by Wolfgram. Lam's done exceptionally well. Gone through the gap again, and Wolfgram realises that they're under the cosh a little bit. Tonga decides to hold him down and slow it down.
Bit of ill discipline has resulted in a Papua New Guinea penalty. Just outside the 22-metre mark. So Adrian Lam showing in this half why he's so well respected in Sydney. So Max Thierry's gone off there. And the substitute, David Rika from Ley, Papua New Guinea on the field. So good drive from Cops. Number 15, Solbat on the field. Came on a little earlier. Little switch move. Number 8, Evai, tried to unload, lost it, then regained it. The referees kept with play, no mistake there. Lamb across the field there. Papua New Guinea, gap a while, mile wide there. Number 1 there, Buko coming in. Gaps appearing in this Tonga defence. Can Papua New Guinea score? Number 6 there, Jean. No. 5th tackle coming up. Can Papua New Guinea get some more points? Number 9 there. Pio, he's scored. Pio scored underneath the post. It was a burrowing type of run from Pio. He looked left but went right, and he's come up with a try that has brought New Guinea really back into this game. The second try in this half, and it's Elias Pio making it Tonga 20, Papua New Guinea 10, and Pio, he could convert this, Joe.
Simplest of tries from Pio here. There seemed to be nothing on really on the last tackle. Lamb was the man that was in danger of getting the ball, but Pio just decides to go on his own and bury his way over the line for a try.
Yeah, a little bit of poor marker play here by Tonga, but Pio steps inside against his opposite number, Dwayne Mann, and he was going to score all through. Well played there, Elias Pio.
Tongan defence were definitely looking at Lamb there. They thought he was going to get the ball to put something on a little bit wider. Pio spotted that, picked the ball up from back and went straight over.
So it's unusual in the modern game, Joe, to see a goal-kicking hooker, but Pio trying to convert his try. He does, making the scoreline Tonga 20, Papua New Guinea 12, and Papua New Guinea have pulled themselves back into this game with 2 splendid tries in this second half, and now we've a game on our hands, Joe.
Very much so. Does well here, a little bit of a step as well, uses low centre of gravity to get over, push towards the legs, just crosses the line for the try. I'll have to pull you up on that about the hookers not being goal kickers. Some of my good friends in the hooker spot will have to disagree with you there. I think in today's modern game there are athletes throughout the team and anybody can take shots of goal if they're good enough, Terry.
Well, you must have some friends in that hooking position, Joe, because I don't see many around the game, but anyway, by the by, it's Papua New Guinea back in this game. Substitute Tonga on for Gutenbau. Coach Mike McClellan ringing the changes to improve the performance, and he'll be pleased with that kick as well. First time Tonga have been able to breach the 22 metres here with that good kick there, but it's this half, Joe, it's all been Papua New Guinea, hasn't it?
Yeah, the half-time talk, we mentioned Joe Tockham would have asked the Papua New Guinea to raise the game a little bit and get back into this game. They've done exactly that, scoring 2 tries. Let's see if they can score a third.
So Papua New Guinea, 2 tries this half, back in this game, losing 20 points to 12, but certainly playing all the good rugby at this stage. Number 13, Mamando. Lam. Oh, nice play again, great break there from number 4. O'Connor, he's a very strong player. He's got his support with him there, he's coming in. Number 5 there, Kororu. That pass has gone astray and Papua New Guinea have lost territory, but powerful play there by O'Connor in the first instance has, again, brought this crowd to their feet and has raised Papua New Guinea in hopes.
It's great to watch the distribution of Lamb. His pass is sure, positive, and now his kicking skills to the fore.
Another good kick there by Lamb. He's forced Tonga back over the own line, and taking in possession means that will be another dropout. But this fellow Lamb, Joe, he seems to have the hallmark of class. And what I mean by that is he seems to have so much time. He makes simple things look so easy.
Great players in the game do that, Terry. They have the ability to stand back, survey the situation, but when they do have the ball, seem to be in acres of space. That's the young man there who plays for Sydney City Roosters in Australia. Great pair of hands and also a good kicking skill there just shown.
Certainly an all-rounder, and a young man with a big future in the game. But it's Tonga defending a 20-0 half-time lead. Have been rocked to their boots by the Papuan performance in the second half. They're only leading by a mere 8 points. So now, what can Papua New Guinea do to some more points on the board? Number 12, Nanda Yer, driving onto this near side, tackled by Tonga. Number 16 there on for PNG. Marcus Bai.
And a very lively run to accompany his first touch of the ball.
Going across field here, but straightening up here by David Buko. On the inside, he's in for a try. David Buko, he was going across field, but he just put the right foot down, hit the accelerator, and shot through the Tongan defence for a splendid try. Near the post, which gives Elias Pio an easy chance, brings this game back into the spotlight with Tonga at 20, Papua New Guinea at 16. David Buko's first try of the tournament.
Nothing wrong with this again, left to right, the ball goes across the line from Lam. Once they find Boko in the centres there, the full-back goes through the first time, some sloppy defence in the centres. Over for the try, right back in it, Papua New Guinea, taking the initiative in the second half and doing very, very well. Spotted the gap there, sidesteps off his right foot, straightens up, uses the power in the legs, and they were not going to stop him getting to that try line.
Excellent try there by David Buko. Has brought Papua New Guinea really back into this game, with a conversion to come from Elias Pio. But certainly this Papua New Guinean attacking machine has swung into play as the Tongan defence has relaxed somewhat. So, and Pio gets his third goal of the evening. Pio hits the post there. Unfortunate kick. He's been in fine kicking form. He can't convert the try, which leaves the scoreline Tonga 20, Papua New Guinea 16. But a great try by Buko.
And a game out of hands. There didn't seem to be much on there as the full-back Buko went across the field. It was Vaikona who missed the tackle. When there seemed nothing on, he strained up and went straight for the line. Good, strong running. And the number 7 there, Willie Wolfgram, could do nothing to stop him going over the line.
So Tonga have been rocked to the boots by this Papua New Guinea attack. Solomon Hamono has gone off injured there. And Salesi Finau, who's also a powerful player, has come on as a replacement. Finau on for Hamono. But Tonga, just like last time when they kicked off, of course, Papua New Guinea to make an error, and this occasion they will have the feed. And can Tonga respond, because they've been totally outplayed in this half by a rampant Papua New Guinea team. Vaikona. Fina. Inside there, Taufa running hard. Now Tonga about to break back into gear, as it were. Number 15, Liku, ran hard all this half. Liku, twisting, turning. He may have scored there. He has. Liku has come up with a try by for Tonga. The ideal way to respond to the Papua New Guinea onslaught. This fella Liku has run very hard all throughout this game since his introduction, and he's pushed the scoreline out to Tonga 24, Papua New Guinea 16. A strong run and a twist and a turn at the end has resulted in the try.
This came from the mistake from the kick-off from Papua New Guinea. Liku, the strong running substitute, comes onto the ball hard, manages to use his upper body strength and the power in the legs, drives, twists at the end, and goes over for the try. The perfect, as you say, Terry, response from Tonga.
Yeah, we were just contemplating that they may have felt they needed to respond, and the big fella's done it for them. See, the first tackler's up to him, some 10 yards from the line, but his strength and his drive, and then his vision to twist and turn, took him in for a great try. Good try from Liku.
You can't afford to let big, powerful men run at you like that. Somebody has to take the legs. You have to go down low and stop the momentum. If you try and wrestle them up top, as was shown then, they just power you off and eventually get to the line.
So, is Amon, who's only a 50% hit rate tonight, is he going to tag on the 2? Looks at the post, composes himself, and hits the post. Well, 2 consecutive conversion attempts, 1 for New Guinea, 1 for Tonga, both hit the post. 24-16, Tonga in the lead. This fella, Liku, driving hard, 3 defenders. Lam smothers the ball but can't hold on. Twist, turn, drive. Great try there by Liku. So, Tonga respond in fine style. How can Papua New Guinea react? Well, it's been an excellent half, Joe. Not too many mistakes and some great tries.
Yeah, but don't count Papua New Guinea into this game yet. I saw Lam when that conversion attempt was being taken, talking to his men, geeing them up, saying, come on, let's go. We've scored 3, we can score again, and I'm sure they'll try.
But it's that man, Liku, full of confidence. Another 25-yard break. George Mann looking outside. Finau, very strong player, this fella. Very powerful in the legs. This young player was taken to Australia and hailed as the next Malmaninga, and showing great power already. So Howlett inside there. Marcella, mobile Marcella. Good forward, this player, number 8. Very impressed with him. Dwayne Mann. Phil Howlett. Finding a gap, powerful handoff there. Some 2 yards from the line. Queuing up here. By corner trying his luck down the blind. Held, no try. But they've certainly inspired themselves, Tonga, Joe.
Yeah, Papua New Guinea did well then. Learned by the mistakes, managed to keep the man up over the line, and will now take possession 10 yards out.
So Papua New Guinea bringing the ball away from their own line. As Tonga tighten their defence up, as they were certainly flat for some 10-15 minutes at the beginning of this half. They seem to be showing the same venom they were showing in the first half. So Tonga there, doubling up on the tackles. Lee Kua also tackling well, but it's this man Lam, having a great game, Lam, stepping, weaving, halfway line. Papua New Guinea got content to just lie down to this Tongan tackling. Over halfway, nice wide pass. Buko in the line, but held there by 14, Finau. He'll chip through, hits a Tongan player. A penalty there, perhaps, Joe, for holding back by George Mann.
George Mann, using his years of experience there, didn't want to see the Papua New Guinea player come up with the ball, just steps into his way and uses his considerable mass to block him.
Yeah, George Mann showing his experience, even tapping the ball back to his own players. But here we see Tonga, he could have retrieved this and continued, but Mann seemed to have had something else to say.
And that's the first time we've seen the little chip kick used by Papua New Guinea. Maybe they'll try it again, having had success with the first attempt.
So, Papua New Guinea in the Tongan 22. Winger, Kororu. Seems to be plenty of space down the blind side should they want to use it. Number 13, Mamando. Stepping 5 yards from the line. Lam at first receiver. Bringing his runners, switched back down the blind side. Number 12 there, Yer. Inside there to 15. The substitute forward. Good play there. Enterprising play, trying to increase the score. Number 5 there, Kororu in the middle. Yard from the line. Are we going to see Pio trying to just look once more? No, cross to Lam. Little grubber kick through. He had a try by number 6 there, Stanley Jean. Linking well with his halfback partner Lam. Lam orchestrating this Papua New Guinea attack. Put a beautiful kick through, and it was Stanley Jean from Goroka who picked up the try and brought the scoreline to Tonga 24, Papua New Guinea 20, with the conversion to come.
My impression on the replay, we'll see, but I thought that Jean was offside after the Lam kick. We'll see now as the pass comes from that to halfback. No, I was wrong. Beautifully timed and judge kick from Lam, and there's Jean to pounce on the ball.
Splendid execution to the delight of Stanley Jean, and it was the outstanding player for our money, Adrian Lamb, through the defence, and well collected by Stanley Jean. Well played.
Obviously planned move. They must have talked about that, realised that Tonga were flat-footed on their own, try line, a little dab through, and a great try. Well,
Papua New Guinea responding classic style to the last Tongan try, and it's hooker Elias Payol trying to convert the try. Splendid kick from Payol, converts the try by Stanley Jean, and takes the scoreline to Papua New Guinea 22, Tonga 24, as we're entering into the last 10 minutes of this game. And Joe, you spoke about the merits of doing some little grubber kicks. Well, here's 6 points for the merits.
Well, he just brought the defence up a little bit. They'd obviously talked about it, spotted that Tonga had no answer to that. Excellent run from deep from the number 6G. Papua New Guinea are far from out of this game.
So this time Papua New Guinea take the ball cleanly with no mistakes, and it's a very close game, the second fixture in the Group 2 of the Centenary World Cup. And Lam acting off, bringing in his forwards. Number 15. If we look at the territory there, Joe, and possession, it's been 2-1 almost in favour of Papua New Guinea.
Massively in Papua New Guinea's favour, and rightly so. And the possession they've had, they've used very, very well, mainly through this man orchestrating now, Lamb.
When you consider they had no points on the board at half-time and they're now 22, that's the measure of the performance. So, Jean, kick through, taken by Taufa. Yeah, he's had a splendid game, this Lamb. Joe, would he be your nomination for man of the match, perhaps?
I think so, definitely. He's been cool, calm, even with the deficit at half-time. He's rallied his troops, he's shown some excellent, skillful touches. We'll have to wait and see whether he does collect that man of the match award.
So, Adrian Lamb, can he turn this 2-point deficit into a winning margin for Papua New Guinea? Number 11 for Tonga, George Mann. Creating position. Number 17, Tonga. Tonga himself. Into the middle of the field. Dwayne Mann's been rather quiet tonight. He obviously put his all in on the Sunday's magnificent performance. But Amon, kick high into the Humberside sky. Not fielded there, but this time it eventually comes to hand. Papua New Guinea were all at sea on the initial kick, but Tonga actually regained possession but squandered it immediately.
Coaches will tell you never to let one of these rugby balls bounce. Papua New Guinea very lucky to get away with that. On the second tap back by Tonga, fell into the Papua New Guinean player's hands.
So, Papua New Guinea looking a little bit disorganised now. Perhaps the fatigue is creeping on them.
This is where they really have to get together. If they are going to take this game, they have to have a last-ditch attempt, an onslaught on the Tongan line, and we'll have to look for the strong running of the forwards shown here now, but more than that we'll need Lamb to really orchestrate.
So my man model, there we have pretty much even Stephen in the tackles department. Tonga having to make 13 more, and I would say those 13 have come in this second half, because Papua New Guinea have done far better with possession and control the ball to a higher degree, resulting in Tongan tackles. So, Finau in the middle of the field. Howlett coming in field, looking for a gap. Elusive player, Howlett. Splendid try in the first half. So, number 17, Tonga, driving into the heart of this Papuan defence. Number 15, big powerful player by Liku, scored a try and had an outstanding half. So Dwayne Mann at 9, spotting the gap on the blind side. Number 5, was he offside? I think Claude Alba, I think he's spotted there Fino offside, Joe. How did you see it?
It must have been offside. He's fast, but I don't think he's quite that kick. Quite that fast off that kick. It was already a good 5 yards in front of the kicker, Dwayne Mann. The referee rightly pulled it back.
Yep, so Papua New Guinea. And Adrian Lamb, Joe, just perhaps shows what a good judge you are. He's been named man of the match.
I don't think anybody could have any arguments with that. Second half in particular, he's raised his performance, his own performance, and that of his team.
So, Papua New Guinea, can they turn this 2-point deficit into a winning margin? Lamb spraying the ball wide. Strong run again, held by Howlett. About 5.5 minutes to go. Lamb, outside, been in everything, Lamb. Good tackle there from Leilu on for Tonga. It's the very busy Pio, had a good game as Pio. Kicked well, scored a try, and tackle well. So halfway line, 5th tackle. Adrian Lamb looks to the open spaces. It's a kick in on this occasion, too strong. Too strong there. That results in a ball back situation with Tonga coming away with it. It's number 5, Jimmy Bakoso. So Wolfgram, plenty of space here. Tackled by the Papua New Guinea defence. Dwayne Masala driving hard. Number 3 there, inside field to 9. Number 11, George Mann, stepping, looking, ball ready to slip away, but to no avail. Good defence from Tonga, from Papua New Guinea. So it's Wolfgram in between 2 players by corner, knocks it backwards. Tries a handoff, still on his feet, but held. Dwayne Mann, acting half. Wolfgram. Switch back inside, George Mann steps. Tackled by the first defender, but releases. Dwayne Mann, bomb into the sky. Misfield there. Finally, coming up, number 2, Taufa. Has he scored? With the referee giving it? He has. Another piece of sloppy play by Papua New Guinea on fielding the kick by Dwayne Mann, and a scramble and a melee finally results in Una Taufa coming up with the try, taking the scoreline out to Tonga 28, Papua New Guinea 22, and Joe, that possibly seals it.
This could be the try that does seal it again. It was a kick, the high kick, that caused problems for the Papua New Guinea defence. A lot of players around this time, a lot of them looking at it, but nobody jumping and taking command of it. It was the full-back Boku that let it bounce off his shoulder. The ball comes out to Amon, and there the number 2 for Tonga, Taufu, goes over the line to score the try that could seal this game for Tonga.
Yes, we saw earlier that Papua New Guinea misfielded the earlier bomb, and they did on that occasion. The ball is bobbing around, but Amon shows the experience to feed Taufa, and that's scoreline now 28-22.
Tonga will be very, very keen not to let this game slip away as they did on Sunday against New Zealand. I'm sure when they see the kick after this conversion attempt, they'll settle the ball down and use up the clock.
Yes, I must say, Joe, it's been a marvellous evening here on Humberside, with a splendid crowd of 5,121 in attendance, witnessing the splendid skills and a very close game, and the continuance of what is turning out to be a splendid World Cup tournament so far. So, Amon, running out for 2 points. No, he fails yet again. That keeps the scoreline still with Tonga 28 points, Papua New Guinea 22, a margin of 6 points. And Joe, little bit of inexperience resulting in this try.
It's very hard if you're a fullback to catch the ball with your back to the opposition, facing your own post when you're jumping for a bomb. The ball bounced off his shoulders. Tonga managed to get possession. Taufu was loitering out there on the right-hand side, gathered the ball from the pass and scored the try. With only a couple of minutes left now, this will probably be the Papua New Guinea last chance to snatch this game. They'll have to get possession back off Tonga.
And by corner there, playing on his home territory, let the ball slip through. Eventually collecting it and having a good run. So, Tonga coming up the middle of the field. Dwayne Mann acting half, trying to get this attack moving down the blind side. 3 tackles made. Dimmock. It's number 12 there, Hamono, back on the field. But nothing to write home about in that little piece of play. Fino tackling hard. Thought about a little bit of a skirmish, but thought better of it, Joe.
Yeah, it would have been silly to give the penalty away there when you need all the possession to try and steal this game from Tonga. Papua New Guinea get the penalty and take a quick tap. Number 9, Payo, who drives forward now.
So we're into injury time, added on by the referee and the timekeepers. But what can Papua New Guinea do? Can they have the last say? Number 13, Bruce Mamando, stepping deep into the Tongan 22. Can they get 6 points? Adrian Lamb. Number 8 there. Ivai driving hard, a strong player. 6 points would equalise this game and conclude things. Adrian Lamb on the inside there to substitute. Number 15 for Papua New Guinea. Solbat has come up with a try underneath the posts. And the Papua New Guinea team jumped wild with delight. We thought if they could just break this defence, there may be some points in the offing, making the score Papua New Guinea 26, Tonga 28, and so much for our thoughts that the Tongan try finished it, Joe.
Right at the death, Papua New Guinea came back in it. Tonga must be absolutely devastated. In the second game of this tournament, on both occasions, let the game slip right at the death. Here we see the ball, Lamb again involved. Step, the man of the match, pops that ball up to the number 15. Solbart, who just dives over for a great try. He's delighted, and so I'm sure Papua New Guinea and the crowd here who witnessed an excellent game.
Yeah, the combination of Payo at 9 and Lamb at 7 has been significant all evening, and splendid execution from Lamb. Great support play by Solbart, and the Papua New Guineans are absolutely delighted with this conversion attempt to come. They have a real chance of squaring this game. So Elias Payo has had an outstanding game, Joe, this fellow.
He's had a great game. Let's see what he's like under pressure. This kick to level the game from the hooker. You mentioned that you don't think there's many hookers can kick. We'll see now.
So can Payo level the scores in injury time for Papua New Guinea? He can. Splendid goal from Payo. That is resulting in what can only say a marvellous scoreline for Rugby League here, with Papua New Guinea coming back from a nil scoreline at half-time to score 28 in this half. Tonga 28. Dare I say it, have we a draw on the cards? But the way things are going, Joe, it's we can't say that, can we?
We can't. We'll see how long the referee plays in extra time. There's possibly a chance for a drop goal if one of the sides can get the territorial position needed.
It would be ironic if Tonga actually scored with a drop goal, having been on the wrong end of such a result on Sunday. But Papua New Guinea, they must be pleased with this scoreline. Just inside the 22. Good straight drive there from the try scorer. Simple rugby would be order of the day, I would imagine.
Can you see that happening with these two teams?
Suppose not, Joe. Bit of sort of contradiction of terms, I guess.
That's right. They both like to play expansive form rugby, and I'm sure they'll... Oh, well, there's the final hooter.
The final hooter goes, and Papua New Guinea raise their arms with delight. They've scored in the second minute of injury time to thrill this crowd of over 5,000 here at Humberside, to bring the scoreline back to 28 points all. Tonga, I must say, looked devastated, but Adrian Lamb has orchestrated his team for a magnificent comeback. That's the only word to describe it in the second half. And Tonga have been on the end of a very cruel last few minutes in this game, as they were on Sunday, but they've entertained and made so many friends here in Northern England. They've been the true stars of the show. Papua New Guinea 28, Tonga 28.
Great enterprising rugby from the Southern Hemisphere sides there, Papua New Guinea and Tonga. Don't forget, lot more.
It really